Good evening and welcome to WTF Dog Training. Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to have a quick chat about dog training methods, and we've been doing some seminars, and what I can't seem to grasp is how they seem to change. We're not talking about whether it's positive only training, positive reinforcement, clicker training, or any other kind of training that might come to hand. It's the way they change within that same method. For instance, a lot of people will teach the dog one way for certain behaviours and another way for other behaviours, which seems totally mindless to me. I've always taught my dog what is known as preemptive dog training, and I teach my training staff how to teach dogs preemptive training. But for some reason, a lot of people seem to do post-training as well as preemptive training, which seems a bit weird to me because it just confuses the dogs. What do I mean by preemptive training and post-training? Let's give me an example. For example, let's say your dog jumps up. You want to get him to stop jumping up. What people tend to do, and dog trainers more than anybody else, they would tell you one of three types of methods to try and teach your dog not to jump up. The first method they tend to use is pushing down. So the dog jumps up, you push him down. Secondly, another method that seems to be getting quite popular is putting your knee up. So when the dog jumps up, you put your knee up. And the third method, turning your back on your dog when they're jumping up. And does it work? In my limited experience on jumping up with that kind of method, no, it doesn't work at all. Because what you're doing is you're doing something called post-training. And post-training isn't the way dogs learn. Preemptive training, they don't learn by post-training. Post-training is what we call after the fact. That would be post-training. For instance, all your dog's looking for is a reaction from you. If he gets something for the behaviour or for whatever he's doing, then he'll carry on doing that. So if he gets a reaction from you, he will carry on that behaviour, good or bad. So if you put your knee up, or you push him down, or you turn your back, that's a reaction. You might as well have given him a treat for doing that, jumping up. Because that's what you're doing. You're giving your dog reaction for a behaviour. But yet, we trainers, or not we trainers, but trainers teach them opposite. They teach them post-training. Yep. So if your dog jumps on the couch, they tell you to push it off and redirect it, throw a treat, throw a toy. If the dog's biting your fingers, redirect it, throw a toy, throw a treat. That's a reaction. You're giving your dog what he wants. You're giving him something for it. So he'll carry on biting your fingers. He'll carry on getting on the couch. What you should be doing is preemptive training. Asking your puppy to bite your fingers. Go wiggle your fingers in front of him when he's nice and calm, when he's relaxed, when he's chilled out. Go and play with his ears. Play with his feet. Play with his tail. The minute he opens his mouth, the minute just before he bites you or grabs hold of your hand, that's when you indicate to him no. And if he backs away, then he gets his treat. When he backs away. Okay, that's how you teach puppies. Preemptive training, not post-training. I don't understand why people do both. For instance, you never teach a puppy or an adult dog to sit by post-training. You don't do it. You don't teach them to lie down by post-training. You don't teach them to roll over by post-training. You can't do it. You can't teach a puppy to sit after he's always sat. So when he sits, then you command him to sit. He wouldn't know what you're talking about. So he sits, then you command him, no. You ask him to sit before he sits. And when he sits, you praise him. That's called preemptive training. If he lies down, you ask him to go down, you ask him to lie down. When he goes down, he performs the action, then he gets the treat. When he's done it, that's preemptive training. Okay, not post-training. It's impossible when he's laid down, then give him a command to lie down, because that would be post-training. Silly, but that's the way trainers teach you to do your puppies. They teach you post-training and preemptive training. If he jumps up, post-training, doesn't work. If he bites your fingers, post-training, doesn't work. If you teach them to sit, preemptive training, that's the way they teach you. For some reason they get the two juggled up, where it should be one method, and that's called preemptive training. And that's the way we teach all of our puppies. You'll hear me go on and on and on about preemptive training through our videos that we produce. And that's what it's for. Preemptive training is just before the fact. So if you want your dog to do something, preemptive training. So ask him to sit. When he sits, he gets the treat. That's preemptive. Okay? If he jumps on the couch and you want to stop him jumping on the couch, then when he's not jumping on the couch and he's nice and relaxed, ask him to jump on the couch. And just before he does, that's when you say no. A lot of people that we talked to when we were doing the seminars, we had a Q&A after the talk, And a lot of people put their hand up and they say, but isn't this preemptive training just teasing your dog? But teasing a dog is human behaviour. That's a human analysis. You're humanising your dogs. Dogs don't know about teasing. Yeah, dogs know they get a treat or they don't get a treat, basically, really, but they don't know about teasing. That's a human attribute. So we don't tease dogs, we train dogs. I hope you enjoyed this little rant, if you like, this little podcast regarding preemptive and post-training. But please, preemptive training, think about what you're doing and preemptive training. My name's Graham. I'm a canine behaviourist and master dog trainer. I've been at it for 35 years almost now. I'm head of training at the Happy Dog Training Academy, and it's a non-for-profit organisation. We train rescue dogs, and my job is to teach trainers to be dog trainers. We're CPD registered, and all the profits go into rescue dogs. So please help, share, like, subscribe, and we'll see you very soon. Take care now.